What's up, YouTube? It's the action figure grader, or in this case, the trading card grader, coming back to you with another video. I received back from PSA a batch of 10 Star Wars customizable card game cards from grading, and at the same time, I also received 2 that I picked up in auctions on eBay. So we're going to start with those, and then we're going to dig into the items I got back from PSA. Very interesting grades. It's very clear that I don't know what the heck I am doing, but it's pretty fun to try it out and kind of learn as I go. I'm learning through the school of hard knocks, so you don't have to, and I hope that you guys enjoy seeing some of these cards. So first, we're going to start off with a couple of cards that I picked up on eBay. And this one was already graded. This one is the Reflections 3 Boba Fett Bounty Hunter card from 2001. So, you know, this is, going on 21 years old. It's a PSA 9 and just a gorgeous card. And I got it for a very fair deal in an auction on eBay. Prices for Star Wars CCG are down across the board, just like they are for just about every other Star Wars collectible. This was going for about $255 earlier this year, less than 3 months ago. One sold in the exact same grade for $255. I picked it up for less than half that price, but just a fantastic card that I got in an auction. The other one is a heater as well. This one I got for a fantastic price. This one is a Reflections foil Commander Luke Skywalker, one of the main cards from that series that you could pick up in packs, and this one is also graded PSA 9, and this one I got for like $53. Very, very fair price, and thank you to the seller for packing this so well. Look how beautiful that card is. I love the foil action on that one. Just gorgeous. So those are the 2 I picked up that arrived at the exact same time as my PSA batch. Now, we're going to dig into the PSA cards, and I wanted to talk more about that. So PSA had a special running in September where you could send in any kind of trading card game or CCG card for $15 grading. And so I sent in 20 in this batch, and I've got 28 more coming in another batch next week that will open up. But this batch I did okay. About 3/4 of them were from packs. I picked up some sealed packs, and then I sent those in to be graded. Some of them were not sealed. They were just items I picked up on eBay based on eyesight. A couple of them were freebies, and they didn't score very high, but we're going to do some giveaways with them. This was Leia Rebel Princess, the Reflections 3. This one came back with a 5. So I didn't look this one over very carefully. It did have kind of a bindery dent or something going on the card. All of the scores, actually, I think were very fair. And I'm trying to remember where the damage was on this one, but I did note the damage, and a lot of it is just spider veins. And this one was a giveaway, I believe, from another eBay auction I received from Darth Grader. So thank you, Darth Grader. I understand why this one was not graded. I took the plunge and graded it since it was only 15 bucks, but I'm going to give that one away to a friend of mine. Next up is another PSA 5. This is Imperial Trooper Guard Dainsum. This is from the Cloud City series from 1997. I picked up a few packs. So this one was pack fresh, but it's still got a PSA 5. Now this is, I believe, one of the rare cards in the pack. And unfortunately, with Cloud City, those packs, they always put the rares at the very back of the pack. So as a result, because of the way that packaging works, it probably folded over the card a little bit and did cause some spider veining that I did not notice when I was trying to decipher whether they were good. No pun intended, since Decipher is the manufacturer. But when I was trying to decipher whether this was a good card to send in or not, I missed the spider veins. And I'm trying to figure out where it is. There it is right there. There's a little spider vein. It probably is not coming through on the camera very well. But I was like, well, it's a rare card. It's a pretty cool looking card. But unfortunately, it did have a little spider vein right there, and so it got a PSA 5. So that one will be another giveaway. But it was a rare card, so I was like, well, I just didn't notice the spider vein. So I've got to really look over these carefully before I send them in next time. Here's another one that was pack fresh. This one is Those Rebels Won't Escape Us. Pretty cool scene from when the Millennium Falcon was trying to evade the Imperials in The Empire Strikes Back, and then they hide inside the large asteroid where the space worm was. And this is that fight scene where he eludes the 2 TIE fighters. But this is another one that had a little bit of miscut. You can see top to bottom. It's a little miscut, but I was like, well, it might still get the 8. I tried to get an 8 for all of my submissions or higher, especially for the Pack Fresh cards. But this one also did have some very light spider veining going on that one. So unfortunately, it did get the 7. But that was really it. The rest of them scored 8 and above, I believe. No, I'm sorry, I got one more. This one also scored a 7. Now, this one was another giveaway from Darth Grader from another PSA card I bought. He always throws in some giveaways. I knew this one would not score high. I was expecting a 7 on that one, and it did get the 7. But this is a great Star Wars Reflections Rancor, and I just like how it pops outside of the box that has the hollow foil kind of look going on. It seems like all the creatures, like the Wampa, and the Tauntaun, I believe, and then the Rancor, they kind of pop out. It's almost like a 3D effect. Anyway, I knew this one would get a 7 at best, and that's exactly what it got, so I was right on that one. But I went ahead and got it graded because I have another one coming back from PSA that scored higher that I'm going to keep. So this PSA 7 will go to a new home as a gift. So, but that was it in terms of my low scores. The rest of them came back kind of right in line with expectations, and we'll go through those right now. This one is Blizzard 2, a Reflections foil. This was actually another gift from Darth Grader, I believe, and a beautiful card. It scored a near mint / mint PSA 8. Look how awesome that card looks with the foil effects on there. So, thank you, Darth Grader, for all of the free giveaways that you gave me, and one of them did score the 8, so that was really nice of you. Next up was the Tanta 4. This one was a purchase on eBay from Fonti's Finds, and it was on the border. I knew it had a chance to get either the 8 or the 9. I was hoping for the 9, but it did get the 8, unfortunately. But still, it's the Tanta 4. It's a pretty iconic vehicle from the original Star Wars film, A New Hope. And this is from 2000. So again, this was a card that was raw. It was by itself on eBay for a few bucks. I thought it was worth rolling the dice, but it did get the 8 instead of the 9, but that's okay. Next up was another Pack Fresh card. This was straight from a sealed pack, and it got a near mint to mint 8. And this is Shu from Dagobah. And this is when C-3PO was inside the Millennium Falcon when they were being attacked by the Minox, and he's like, "Oh, beastly things, Shu. Oh, go away, beastly thing." That's what it says on the card, too, so that's kind of cool. I love these cards because it kind of captures lines from the movie, or it has other kind of funny stuff, but pretty good-looking card there, and it was Pack Fresh, and it got the 8. And then the last 8 I got was Descent into the Dark. That was when Luke was on Dagobah, and he was getting ready to go into the Cave of Evil to fight the ghost vision, or the force vision of Darth Vader, and it kind of shows his head peeking through. Kind of a dark card, not the greatest card, but I thought it had a chance at a 9, but it did get the 8, unfortunately. But anyway, these Dagobah packs are not very expensive. The packs were about $7 or $8 for an entire pack of 9 cards. So I just tried to pick out the best ones that I thought would do well. Anything with kind of minor dings or whiting around the edges, that's where you usually get dinged, is on the edges. They grade these cards, as a reminder, for surface wear, for the corners, and then for centering, how well it's centered on the card. This one's centered pretty well, but it did have just some very, very light edge wear that caused it to get the 8. But the rest of them did get 9s and above. So I want to go through those now. Next up is a Tyrant Reflections foil. Pretty great looking card. This is a Reflections foil from 2000. And this was another pickup, a raw pickup. It was not Pack Fresh. This was from Fonti's Finds on eBay, and it did get the 9 on this one. So great looking card. I've got kind of a Imperial Star Destroyer thing going on with a lot of my cards. I've got, as you saw in my PSA collection video, I've got 2 of the Executor, both the regular and the foil, and then this Tyrant will go really nicely with it. Next up was a Dagobah 1997 Pack Fresh card of Captain Nita. He's considered one of the rares. Obviously a pretty great looking card back, and kind of shows the look on his face after they lose the Millennium Falcon, if memory serves. And that one did score the 9. So that was straight Pack Fresh, and it did get the 9 grade for a rare card. I believe this is the rare from one of the packs I picked up. So, but given that these packs are, for 9 cards, they're $7 or $8 a pack, and you can pick and choose which ones you like. I thought that was a pretty great score. So that was the 9. Next up is a common card, but it was in really nice condition, so I went ahead and sent it in. This is also from a Dagobah pack I picked up. This is the TIE Avenger. So pretty great looking card there with the pointy wings there. Kind of like the TIE Interceptor, I guess, except it's a different design. This is designed based on Lord Vader's prototype Advance 1. So pretty good looking card. So that one got the 9. And again, it's not a very rare card or anything like that. It's a common card. Probably the only one on the PSA list. Most of the cards I sent in were fairly common. I just try to pick out ones that would get nice grades. This is another common card. It's called Shot in the Dark. And again, it captures Han Solo shooting what he thought was the floor of the interior of the asteroid cave, but it turns out to be the space worm. So pretty awesome looking effect card from 1997. That one also scored a PSA 9. Next up, we've got Bombing Run. I love the way this card looked. I was like, well, it looks really clean, and it shows the TIE bombers shooting kind of flashes onto the surface where Han, Leia, and C-3PO and Chewbacca were hiding inside the asteroid. And this one also got the PSA 9. Again, another pack fresh card, and just looks really great. I love that image on the card back there. So awesome. Next up, we've got another pack fresh card. This is from a Cloud City pack I bought, and this is TIE Sentry Ships from 1997, Cloud City. This one also got the PSA 9. Look how great that card looks, though. Most of these Lost Interrupts or effect cards, that's just a gameplay mechanic, and, any kind of effect card, things like that, those are fairly common cards, maybe uncommons for some of them, but great looking card, and it did get the PSA 9. Next up, I love the way this card looked, and I just thought it was kind of a nice, subtle effect. And this is called Carbon Freezing. And this is from Cloud City, another pack fresh card. This got the PSA 9. But look how subtle that looks, showing Han Solo in carbonite as he's raising up out of the carbonite chamber. I just love the way it looked, the kind of the reddish effects combined with the red border. I just thought it was a great looking card. And I went ahead and sent it in, and luckily it did get the PSA 9. Next up is Lift Tube Escape. This was another pack fresh card from Cloud City. And it shows all of the heroes, so I just thought that was a nice card to show them escaping from the Imperial forces. And it's got Leia with her back turned, unfortunately, but it's got Lando and then Chewbacca with C-3PO after he got blasted to bits by the Ugnaughts. And that one, too, got the PSA 9 score, so another common card. Next up was a kind of an interesting one. I don't know why I sent this one. I just thought it would be kind of fun, but this is called Lando's wrist comlink, and this one got the PSA 9. Again, it's a very common card as part of the Cloud City series of cards from Decipher from 1997. But pretty cool looking. Look how high-tech Lando is with that amazing wristwatch. So high-tech. But pretty cool. Pretty cool to have that one. Next up, I've got, let's see, another Cloud City card. This is Slip Sliding Away. So I love the way this card looked. This is, a lot of these are just aesthetics. I just pick out cards that, while they may not be rare, they look to be in good shape. And, if they had a main hero on there or captured kind of a cool moment, or the photo really captures kind of a neat scene. And that's the case here. This is after Luke fought Darth Vader on Cloud City, and he fell down into the chasm, and then he fell into that kind of tube, that lighted tube. So that one got the PSA 9, but great looking card. Luke got the shaft. A lot of these cards, they make kind of funny puns and things like that. So again, it's a used interrupt, so nothing crazy or rare about that card. Next up, we've got Rite of Passage. I sent in 2 of these, and this is one of them that got the PSA 9. Great looking card there. I hope that's coming through. It just shows Luke as he's slowly being kind of funneled into his battle with Darth Vader. And this was kind of that little hallway he passed through before it lit up. And just kind of a great image there. Another used interrupt card, and from 1997, and that one got the PSA 9. Now, I sent in 2 of those, and the second one got the Gem Mint 10. So here is that one. So this is Rite of Passage, Gem Mint 10 score. Pretty awesome. So this is 1 of 1 on the census, mainly because this is not a very expensive card or a very hard to find card. I bought several packs of these Cloud City packs from 1997, and I got two of these Rite of Passage cards, so they're very common cards, but they were both in excellent condition, so I decided to go ahead and send both of them in. One of them got the PSA 9, and then this one got the Gem Mint PSA 10, and it's 1 of 1 on the population report from PSA. So anyway, that's all I really had for this video. Thank you so much for watching. As I said, I've got 28 all foil cards from the CCG line of cards coming back next week. And I did about the same. Some of the scores were like, what? How did that get that low? And then other scores were like, yep, that was really high. And I'm glad I sent that one in. And I did get one Gem Mint 10 that I'll show you that I expected to get a 9 on. So I did send several 10s that I thought were going to be 10s that came in way low. So clearly I still don't know what I'm doing, but basically I think from here I'm going to be much more careful about which ones I send in and really look them over carefully in good lighting to make sure they don't have any kind of hidden spider veins or much whiting around the edges. That's usually what causes most of the problems, is that on the bottoms of the cards, they are black, and they can get white really easily, and that will ruin the score. It's an automatic 8 if you get much whiting on the bottom or at the top of the cards or on the sides, things like that. So anyway, thank you again for watching, and I'll be back soon.